This video or podcast is sponsored by Amazon Music. Thousands of podcasts and shows are made every day, from the conversations of Joe Rogan to the crimes of Morbid, and music by 50 Cent and Sabrina Carpenter. Amazon Music has the right taste in music, podcasts, and shows for you. With a growing audience of 52.5 million people using Amazon Music every day, you can help in a contributing way to benefit this new version of what was once called radio. With thousands of music and podcasts to listen to, you can listen to our podcast too, keeping things in the middle. And with you signing up, listening to one of our episodes on your app or on your computer, you can help my podcast grow to become an ever-expanding podcast group and become a new member of our listening on Amazon Music. Please use our offer down in the description below, and it would help me a lot because it would help me earn a little bit of money. Amazon Music, the site where you need to go to listen to podcasts, stories, and music that may have you bopping the whole night through. Now, let's get to the show.
Indianapolis, stand up! Ha! Go blue! Ha! Go blue! Come on! Go blue! Stand up! 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 Go blue! Come on! Coach Super Bowlers, Dome Rock and Roller, go blue! Stand up! Get your hands in the sky! O to the D-line, come on, get behind the home team! Somebody scream! Go blue! Come catch the feeling, reach for the ceiling, cause we getting that banner and we'll hang it up high. Scream for the home team, new rings and trophies. Go blue, go Colt, go blue, go Colt. You wanna rock, you wanna roll, we gonna win it. The Super Bowl, let's go. You wanna rock, you wanna roll, we gonna take it. Let's go. Super Bowl. You saw that comeback, you saw the drive. Tony D on the side.
Hey everyone, this is Braydyn Bear. Welcome back to what will be, this will not be the final episode of Bleed Bloody Blue this season. We will actually have more coverage coming up before the NFL draft, see who I want for those picks. But yeah, snowing, bad, sleet now. That's probably why a lot of people were not at the Colts game today, other than the fact that the Colts are just terrible, and the fact that our team is in no way, shape, or form solid, good, or great. The reason why I didn't actually make the final 5 or 6 episodes of the season, and we just got included for like the later halves of like week 12 and stuff, was simply because of finals week and that sort of stuff. Finals week at IU, the college I was at, I had just graduated this fall, and now I got a lot more time on my hands, so I'm hoping to, do more videos, do more podcasts, and now time won't actually be a problem until I get a job. So, of course, it's been a hard season for many of us. It was hard last year, and I just want to put this to bed. Put this season to bed and to sleep. Because guess what? 26-24 was a good score to define our season. We came close many times. We fell down many times. We sucked many times. We are the worst defense in the NFL. I'm praying that we can figure something out with that in the draft. I hope we can. No playoffs in our future. We came close twice in the last 3 years. And I don't know what else to say. To be fully frank, quarterbacks suck too. That was another area of expertise that was terrible. Not only was it bad, it was worse than I thought it would be, especially in areas such as Anthony Richardson tapping out and Jonathan Taylor playing stupid over in Denver by dropping the ball. They right now can just beat the Chiefs, who have nobody on their roster today. Nobody. Everyone is either taking a vacation or sitting out. And even though we have a lot of school closures, this season has finally come to a close too. And with a lot of just epic games, I mean, great ball games out there today. Very solid football to end the year off, and playoff scenario after playoff scenario. being put to the forefront today. We saw some amazing games other than the Colts going to overtime, which I don't know why we would against Jacksonville. I didn't even watch much of it. I was watching the IU basketball earlier today when we played Penn State at the University of Pennsylvania Stadium, a very historic site. Besides that, it's been nothing but weather coverage and watching the Bears beat the Packers today, which was awesome. I love that. That was what makes sports so great. And I'll tell you this. If the Bears would have performed like that 10 games ago, there's no way they would have performed like that against the Packers today. We're talking about them in the playoffs. Yes, I said it. We're talking about them in the playoffs. If they wouldn't have lost to Washington 10 games ago, there's no way we're talking about the Bears possibly not going to all the way to the playoffs this season. They were playoff proof. Today they showed why. They could have been. Not would have been, but could have been. And it's sad to see that season ended the way it did. But I'm also glad that the season ended the way it needed to for the Packers because, believe it or not, I believe they're going to get the 7th seed. Tampa Bay won. I'm not for sure whether the Falcons won too. I haven't been watching. And the Panthers beat Washington, which basically means that, yeah, the Falcons get the high playoff seed, I believe. Yep, the Falcons are actually out of the playoffs. So that's according to ProFootballNetwork.com and their playoff predictor. And so the top seeds as of right now, Green Bay has the 7th seed. The Commanders won. I'm speechless about the Commanders. Just the Commanders are one of the best teams right now if you're talking other teams in the NFC. Where they're talking way too much about the Lions, way too much about the Eagles, and way too much about the Vikings and Packers. That is going to be decided tonight, whether the number 1 seed is going to go to the Lions or the Vikings. And who's going to win the NFC Central, basically NFC North. Excuse me. The Commanders, they talk all day about the Lions, the Eagles, the Bucks, the Packers, but nobody talks about the Commanders. They're so good. They are so good and so clutch when you need them to be. They're one of the best teams right now in all of the NFL in terms of a talented quarterback that's going to win Rookie of the Year. Jaden Daniels is one of, we knew this in his LSU days, but in Arizona State, who made an incredible run in the playoff. It is impeccable to see the Commanders, who I'll call the Redskins. Hopefully I don't get banned for that. The Redskins or Commanders, whatever you call them, they are one of the best teams in the NFL right now. And if they play the Rams, that's going to be a very close game. But that's what it's looking like right now. Right now it looks like the Lions are at 1, the Eagles are at 2, the Rams are at 3, the Bucks are at 4, the Vikings are at 5, Commanders 6, and Green Bay 7th. So what that means is that the Commanders could beat the Rams in LA. But could it happen? Yes. Will it happen? I don't know. The Buccaneers and Vikings will be very interesting given that if the results hold now and the Vikings lose tonight, they are for sure going to probably beat the Bucks. Because of the experience, 2 quarterbacks, what a story that would be. 2 quarterbacks that would have made it all the way to this point. And Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, both benched, both on the same team before. Expectations were at an all-time low for them. Now they're at an all-time high for Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold, and that's going to be one of the best quarterback matchups ever, probably, in this NFC race. But I will say this. The Bears, back to the Bears were quite frankly one of, if not, could have been a playoff team. They would have been playing against the Rams. I'm just saying. What a game, though. What a game for the Commanders. What a game for the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. That game means nothing now. Because look, the Panthers improved to a third place finish in the NFC. That is an accomplishment in itself. But Michael Penix is a bright future. A bright future. Not just in Atlanta, but wherever he goes. I'm going to say it. I would love to see him as an Indianapolis Colt. That'd be nice. Trade him for Anthony Richardson. Trade him. Get Anthony Richardson out of Indianapolis. That'd be nice. That'd be very nice. Because we need talented quarterback play right now. And that's part of the issue besides the defense. I'd say partially the offensive line, partially the running back position, and defense. Defense. Number one issue this season, I will say, is defense. 148 yards on the ground. 148 yards we allowed this season. I'm just saying, that's the worst in the NFL ever this season. And I'm just saying, we could have been a playoff team too. As we talked a lot about the NFC, I'll get to the AFC in a minute. That's pretty much been decided. Pretty much. Because of the two losses, because of the two games yesterday and so on. I'll get to that in a minute. But the Colts finished the season second place at an 8-9 record, which I guess is the only thing that we can commend ourselves for. But defensively, we're terrible. We got to improve on the defensive front. It's not funny anymore. And if you all are laughing at us, stop laughing at us, please. We are a waste of time on Sundays. A waste of time. And regardless of who you try to put in or not put in, it is a tragedy. It's a living, walking, talking tragedy to watch this team who, by this time, should have won a Super Bowl. I remember watching, and I can remember it clear as day, the Indianapolis Colts by ESPN metrics in the summer of 2019. That was pre-Andrew Luck leaving. That was pre-defensive fronts getting bad. Pre-Ryan Kelly. I will say this. That team was, I'm just saying, on ESPN's metrics, were supposed to be the Super Bowl champions by 2025. What fucking year are we in? 2025! And we can't win! I can't but freaking leave it. We were bound to go places we've never been before. I'm so pissed at this team. Every day I am. Every freaking day I am. These dumb asses keep losing in critical moments, which was a lot of this season. A lot of this season was pure agony. Pure fucking agony. I can't. I don't know. I don't know if it's because we don't win on week one. I have no idea. But I'm just saying, it's a living, walking, talking tragedy watching this team who were bound to, I'll say it again for all you folks. Yeah, you're probably laughing in Houston and Tennessee, and you're probably laughing in Jacksonville. You shouldn't be, because your team sucks too. Your team is terrible. They're terrible. You are dead last. You better get rid of all the pieces that you put together this season for the Jacksonville Jaguars. They were as much of a disappointment as we are. And they at least lost and still got a third place finish. But still, it doesn't matter. It doesn't freaking matter anymore what this season means. I'm sorry, but a Colts fan of what will be my whole life has been spent wearing the blue and white. Every Sunday, I died for my team. I will go for my team. I love this team as much as I love the Hoosiers and the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Indiana Pacers and the Indiana Fever. I love my Colts. I'm done with this losing. It better end some way, somehow. What a horrible season it was for us. And as the snow falls, I keep drowning in my sorrows. I'm drinking till I'm someone I don't recognize. Because I'm a Colts fan. And we've had to endure a lot. I don't know what more to say. I don't have any other words. We were going to talk about the AFC picture too. Those games have pretty much been decided. If Denver wins, they'll get the 7th seed. If the Jets win, it means nothing. If Miami wins, it means nothing. If the Raiders win, then that basically means that the Chargers get the 6th seed and the Steelers get the 5. If the Chargers win, then they get the 5 seed and we'll play Houston. And the Steelers will get the 6th seed, lose to Baltimore. Yep, I'm saying it. They'll lose to Baltimore. Then LA stays where they're at in the NFC if they beat those Seahawks today. But if they don't, they'll get the 4 seed and play the Minnesota Vikings at home in LA. And the Buccaneers will play the Commanders in Tampa, which will probably be a big game for that part. And many of you know this. I'm not even going to repeat it again. The winner of tonight's game of the Lions and Vikings, no matter who you see winning this one, the Lions or Minnesota Vikings will get the number 1 or number 5 seed in the playoffs. But to wrap this all up, sorry about the meltdown. But it's felt like that all season long. And then, another playoff prediction I almost forgot. If the Cardinals or 49ers win, it means nothing. I'm not as bad as the Cleveland Browns. And I'm not as bad as the Chicago Bears. But, or the New England Patriots or Jets. We've done everything we could as a fan base. But at the end of the day, this game meant nothing. As a Colts fan all my life, as I've said. We'll wrap the show up here in a minute. And I hate to end it on the 2007 Super Bowl song that's been playing all throughout the season. But man, what a way to end it for sure. I'm glad it's over. Hopefully we can reevaluate in the draft, reevaluate our skeptics, deny the haters, and keep going on what we're doing and win more ball games next season. Maybe win a week 1 game. Woo, that'd be nice. But the mock draft, as of right now, let's get to that too, and then I'll wrap this all up. So, yeah, the mock draft or the draft selections right now. This game earlier today with the New England Patriots game, they beat the Buffalo Bills, and it really doesn't matter because now, according to USA Today, it's saying that the top 4 teams are the Tennessee Titans, Cleveland Browns, New York Giants, New England Patriots, who just snagged the win today. So that means Tennessee, you are either getting Cam Ward, Shedeur Sanders, or Travis Hunter on your team. And wouldn't that be nice if Tennessee would have a corner? They don't even need a quarterback. They already have one. Cleveland, they just need a quarterback again. They could use Cam Ward, but don't want to be a tank and just keep losing, go 0-16 or something. But New York Giants, New England Patriots are 3-4. As of right now, Jacksonville, Carolina, New York, the Jets, who need a good selection. The Raiders, the Bears, the Saints, and the 49ers go off 5 through 11 in order. The Colts would be the number 12 seed as of right now, 12th pick in the draft. And we finished the season 8-9. So the records are off right now. They haven't even been updated yet on that end. And then rounding it out, I'll just list 13 through 32. Dallas, Arizona, Miami, Atlanta, Cincinnati, Seattle at 19, Denver at 20, Tampa Bay Bucks at 21, and the best teams are at the bottom. The Steelers at 22, the Rams at 23, the Packers at 24, the Chargers at 25, Washington at 26, Baltimore at 27, Philly at 28, Buffalo at 29, and this will vary on who the Super Bowl champion is. But it's looking like the Lions and Chiefs could face off in the Super Bowl, which could be a really real possibility. I mean, it could be a real possibility. Minnesota could, Buffalo could, Philly could, Baltimore could, but the top two right now are Detroit and Kansas City. So they wrap up the NFL draft order as of right now. That is tentative. That's not final. Again, that's very tentative. That is not final. So don't take my word on that. And hopefully, yeah, we can get someone on defense. The guy that I really like so far, that I really think could be doing really well for the Colts next season, besides quarterback, I mean, we could pick Curtis Rourke as a second-round draft selection, but yeah, that'd be nice. That would be really nice. But I can honestly tell you that I could just say that the Colts, to me, need someone on that defensive front, and they might need a quarterback. They are projecting right now that some of the safety Kamari Ramsey from USC and cornerback Mello Dotson of Kansas, including Colston Loveland of Michigan, that we'd like. Colston Loveland, excuse me, I've seen him play a little this season. He is pretty good. I'm not saying he isn't good or bad. I'm just saying he plays pretty good, but wouldn't it be nice if somebody, like I said, we aren't even projected to get, this is actually the list, by the way, but with the pick, we'd select Colton Loveland, according to PFF.com. And then he's a tight end, and then Kamari Ramsey is the safety, and Mello Dotson is the corner. And as of this one, it said that we were going to be 15th pick, 47th pick in the second round, and 79th pick in the third round. So that's all projections. I personally do not. We need somebody that's going to be basically taking the role of Dwight Freeney and Robert Mathis. And I'm tired of corners. We draft nothing but corners and nothing but safeties. I mean, we need a safety, sure, but we're going to need more than that to really top this team out, take a lot of trades in and trade in a lot of people. So trade in a lot of these picks. But boy, I'm frustrated. Congratulations to all the teams that are playoff bound. Congratulations to the Chicago Bears for finally beating the Green Bay Packers and getting their 10-game losing streak over. Congratulations to the Commanders and to all the teams that are going to make it to the wild card and know they will. This is huge for all of you, so congratulations as a Colts fan. This is a terrible season, and I wish we were there too. So, wrapping this all up for the final time this season, I am your host, Braydyn Bear, thanking you so much for listening to this podcast. Sorry about that meltdown earlier. And go Colts. See you next year, guys.
Mitchell's going to be a double pass, and that one is intercepted.
Anthony Richardson just forced himself.
And
Jimmy running back to it. JR's got the pass. Everybody's got to do it. Turn this TV off. Turn this TV off. Turn the radio off. Turn the radio off. Turn the truck off. Turn the truck off. AR dropping passes in the flat. Oh no. I'm so sick and tired of this team, baby, because every single time I see Joe Flacco playing like trash in the backfield, we aren't even going back to the playoffs this year. Like, what the heck happened, man? We got luck, we got gold, we got bangs. We got luck, we got ting. But every year we chop another thing because the quarterback position is never even filled and nobody's even covering. Nobody out the field like Jonathan Taylor dropping that ball against the Broncos. I'm sick and tired of that, though. We cannot even be playing like this. It was like 4 years ago we were projected to even go to the Super Bowl, man. What the heck happened, man? Indianapolis need a Super Bowl ring this year, but it's not even gonna happen in my lifetime because I gotta see Dermot Simmer say kick ass. I don't even care about that though. I only care about this team though. We've been fighting every single year though. Since Andrew Luck left, we've had no heroes. And I know I'm sick and tired of all this. Even Shane Steichen can't even solve this. No defensive coordinator can solve this. We can't even beat the team in the trenches. Can't even beat the Giants in the trenches. I'm so sick and tired of this, even like this. Times have to change in Indy, but nothing will change right now at least.
What a bizarre scenario.